Well, howdy there, y'all. Yamasaki here. Welcome back to the channel. And before I get this intro started, I want to say I left a link down in the description below to the last video I made, because today, guys, we're going and looking at some more RC airplanes that I rescued. So stay tuned. So as I said in the intro, guys, I highly encourage and recommend that you guys go and check out the video that's in the link in the description below, because this video is just like that video, guys. I went and I picked up some more RC airplanes, and we're going to go and take a look at them today. And that's pretty much all I have to say, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start looking at some more planes and a helicopter. So stay tuned. So I already have one down here. What are you doing, Megs? You want to say hi to the people before I start? Okay. Anyways, this is one of the airplanes that I got. I actually got this one for so cheap it's not even funny. I am having to do some work to it though. This is a Great Plains Slowpoke Sport 40. I now have two of them. The one my dad made me, and then this one, I'm retiring the one that my dad made me, because that one is really sentimental and special to me. So I'm going to make this one to where I can fly it and just have fun with it and be able to fly a Slowpoke. Pretty much what I've been doing is, this is the ARF version of the Slowpoke Sport 40. And it's made really differently compared to how the kit one is made. And so what I'm doing is, these right here, there was two balsa covers right here. I went ahead and I cut those out. I'm still working on it. I still got to cut all this crap off and sand it, but this part, for the most part, is done. This piece right here, and I'm gonna be putting some hatches right around this area so I can access the fuel tank as well as access the engine mounting bay. I am probably going to end up putting a 4-stroke on this, which I'll show you on the screen here. That is the one I want to get. I want to get that baby right there. It's an OS FS62V. I'm thinking that'll power this bird really well, considering my dad put a Sato FA100T twin cylinder on the one he built me so many years ago. And so I'm probably going to have to Dremel this out, because I believe someone did have a 40 size on this before. Luckily, it looks like on the engine I just showed you on the screen that the throttle is on the left side instead of the right, as to a traditional 2-stroke. So I think it is set up for that. It does have all the surfaces. It's got all the servos except for the ones in the wing. Actually, it doesn't have any servos, but it does have all the linkages and everything like that. It does have the mounting hardware for the wing. It has the tail wheel, and then other than that, it's got a fuel tank too, which somebody decided, I don't know if you guys can see that down there, somebody decided that it would have been a good idea to epoxy it, which wasn't a good idea at all. It was a pain in the butt to get out, and so I'm going to also have to Dremel that out as well. So that's the first plane. I'll give you a hint as to another plane I got. Right here is the Telemaster Junior wing right there. There's an Alpha Spectrum wing, which belongs to that plane right there. And then there's this big giant one, which goes all the way up. It's a high wing. It's a really, really, really big wing. It's 90 inches. And yeah. So the fuselage is actually up there. So we're going to go up there. So stay tuned, guys. Alrighty. Up into the attic we go. So there's the wing to the slowpoke that I was talking about. And in fact, there's another one right there that's exactly the same as this one, and that one goes to this one right here, that slowpoke. I did have to cut some monocoat out. It is damaged. The guy said that the guy that owned it before him ripped off the landing gear, so I have to build some new landing gear rail blocks as well as torque blocks, which shouldn't be too hard. And then I'm going to have to probably bend my own wire in order to make new landing gear. I'm not entirely sure though, but yeah, that's a slowpoke. You guys have already seen these airplanes right here. There's the Pete and Poke. There's the, what do they call that one? The Groove. Here's the Cadet. There's the Cub. And then we get into the other planes I got. This one right here is one that I got for free. I got 3 planes for free, and I bought 4 planes, and I got an absolute steal. This is in fact a ancient, really classic fun fly Roadrunner. I do have the landing gear for it. It's down there. I don't know if you guys can see the wheel. There it is. It's right there. This is going to be a big project for me. It's going to be my first gasser. I'm probably going to have to end up going back and getting the control surfaces from the guy. But it does have the mounting hardware for the wing. The mounting hardware for the landing gear is actually broken. They used nylon nuts, which was stupid on something like this when they already used metal nuts, or bolts, I'm sorry. Metal bolts and nylon bolts for the wing. So it's semi-complete. I'm going to have to do some work on it. I'm probably going to end up putting a DLE 40cc twin on it and putting an IBEC and everything like that. I've been talking to some of my friends from the fly-ins, and they've been helping me out. So that's that big bugger right there. Under it is a Twist 40. I've wanted this plane for a while. I actually looked into getting one, which is pretty cool. Actually, I have never seen that. I didn't even notice that. This is not connected in any way to the engine. It's just dangling there. So that's interesting. This is a Twist 40. Hopefully want to fly it one of these days. I think it's all complete. I think it's got all the servos and everything, which is a steal. This is an old Great Plains Extra 300S, which I've also wanted this plane for a while. Most of these planes I've actually wanted for a while. This was one that I've wanted for a while. This is one for I've wanted a while. This is definitely one I wanted for a while. I already had a slowpoke, but I couldn't pass up getting another one because they're getting hard to find and they're a classic. Here's the wing to that Extra right there. It's in really good shape. Really happy I got that. Over there, I don't know if you guys can see, but over there, let me see if I can get over there. Show you guys a little bit better. Right there is a Kyosho Concept 30 SRX. I got that in, I drove about a 4.5 or 2.5 hour drive to a big city in my state, and I picked it up reasonably cheap. It just needs servos and a muffler, but I can't seem to find one. It has an OS Max XS 2-stroke in it. Pretty much needs the servos, the receiver, and that would pretty much be it for that. I could get that thing up and run relatively easy. But if you guys have any information on that particular helicopter, I'd really appreciate it. It's kind of confused me in a couple areas, but aside from that, yeah. So that's the helicopter. And then we actually have to go back down stairs and visit the pug. There she is. Can I say anything? No? Okay. to see the last airplane. I can't show you the other two airplanes I got. They're actually small, very small foam kits that the guy gave me. And just to show you what else I've been doing to this Slowpoke, I actually put some silver and red monocoat on it. And I cut out the fuselage a little bit bigger because it looks like it was retarded looking when I received it. It was just such a small cockpit that it just didn't look very good. Okay. And then one of the last ones I got was this Trojan. This is a Park Flyer, or a Park Zone 1.1 millimeter Trojan T-28. This is the first one I actually got fully functional to a point. It is missing, I do have the cowl for it, it is missing a nut here and a prop, but the motor seems to run fine. I did put a LiPo battery in here. Also, if you guys have any information on these planes, like I said, feel free to comment down below. The one thing I'm wondering is if the battery actually goes in this slot right here, or if I have to attach it somewhere else. I'm pretty sure it goes right there in that little slot right there. But then again, I'm not sure. I did add some Velcro on the side to put my receiver right there. I run a Tactic TTX 650 transmitter that I got from one of my flying friends as well. This thing is also set up for lights. It does have lights there. It's got lights there, and it's got one on the other side of the wing. But I did get all the control surfaces going, and I checked and see if the motor was turning okay, and it does sound like it's turning okay. It does look like it's leaning down a little bit, which kind of concerns me. I don't know why it would be leaning down like that, but anyways, that's the top. I want to see if I can get this thing down there. I need to get these controls. Let me get this cockpit in there. If I can. There we go. Okay. Flipping it around. It is missing this screw right here, which I have yet to find. I don't know how I'm going to be able to fix that. My guess is it took the same kind of screw as my extra 300 foamy that is up in the attic. But yeah, I'm really going to enjoy this airplane. This is also another airplane I wanted. I got most of these airplanes that I've wanted for a while in one trip, which is amazing. And I'm actually going to be going back in the next 2 weeks, because he's actually giving me a whole bunch of free kits, as well as I'm going to get a couple more airplanes. And I do want to get some extra parts from him, like motors, ESCs, some servos, because in 2 weekends it'll be my last chance to get as much stuff as I can, and get well versed in the hobby and pretty much be ready for anything. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I have. It's pretty much all I got. I do also have to, I did cut this monocoat out right here. There was a big fat piece of red duct tape right there, so I just cut that off. I'm gonna have to sand that down a little bit and monocone it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more content. Yamasaki out. See y'all later. One thing I forgot to mention before I go is I did get some electronics. I got a Durafly 50 amp ESC, as well as this pretty good sized Detram motor. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if it'll focus. Come on, focus. Anyway, it's rated for 650 kVs, so it's probably a pretty torquey son of a gun. I did also get 4 servos, but to show you how old that Roadrunner is, this is the size of the servos that were in it. These are quarter scale servos. And to show you a size comparison, That's the servo that came out of the Roadrunner. This is a standard servo. Yeah, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. But that's a couple other things I got. Also got this little pilot here that I'm going to stick in to that slowpoke. I did put a piece of balsa on the bottom because it was just a hollow hole right there. So put a piece of balsa, I painted it black, stick a dowel in there, drill a hole in the cockpit. He's just going to sit right in there. So, whoops, dropped him. Oh well. But, yep, that's what I forgot to mention, guys. So, see y'all later.